This is Chertsey, an interesting driving test centre on the fringes of London with a much higher pass rate than the national average. I'm going to rate and review Chertsey Driving Test Centre to find out if it's actually easier to pass here or if this area just has better drivers. Before we check out the area, let's have a look at the test centre so if you're coming for your driving test, you know what to expect. As I walk through the gates of this industrial estate, it's giving World War II work camp vibes. It feels eerie. It's not hard to spot the test centre though. Heathrow's third runway won't have signage this big. It's got a big and spacious car park on the left for you to park up in if you're coming for your driving test. Then you can walk round to the front of the building and enter through the main door. The waiting room's actually really nice and chill. There's even a plant in the corner, and you know I love a bit of calming foliage. Most importantly, the facilities were small but very clean. Absolutely no complaints from me over here, except for the lack of mirror. If you know, you know. What's Chertsey like, alright for a driving test? Nice, easy area?
Chertsey's, I mean, look, the pass rate is correlating up.
We're starting this driving test off outside Chertsey Driving Test Centre. It's just on my right here through those green gates. And one thing about the start of this driving test is the road conditions. What happened to this road? What happened? Did a tank drive down this road? The road conditions are pretty bad, but hopefully it's just this road and not a theme running through the whole of Chertsey. I'm actually so excited to hit the road and explore the area and find out just why Chertsey has such a high pass rate. If you've learnt to drive around Chertsey, then I want to know what your experience was like. If you teach around Chertsey, then put it in my comment section. I want to hear from you. The first thing that we're going to have to deal with
after 100 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the second exit.
Is a roundabout. So, mirror and signal. This isn't
right on the roundabout and take the second exit.
This is not an extremely hard roundabout, so we're not going to have much trouble at the beginning of our driving test with this mirror and signal off. Okay, so apparently Chertsey has a lot of roundabouts, but they don't seem to be extremely difficult ones, which might be why Chertsey's got such a high pass rate. And let's play a game. Let's play the game. If you're familiar with the exploration of driving tests around the country,
right on the roundabout and take the third exit, then turn left.
Series, then you know that we play this game on every single video. I want you to tell me the pass rate. I do know the pass rate, but it's more fun if you guys tell me. And I'll make you one promise. The first person to put the pass rate in the comments gets pinned forever. Same with every other video. Boom. And same as every other video, I'll give you my ratings for Chertsey based on the facilities, area, and difficulty of passing. Then at the end, I'll give this place an overall score. I didn't know what to expect from Chertsey at all, but right off the bat, I'm surprised. So far, Chertsey's got a very quiet vibe to it. I know that this route, because I have seen the route, I haven't driven around it, but I've seen the route, and it goes around what looks like a town centre area. And mini roundabout, we're going to drive around it. Another roundabout, left on that one, mirror and signal.
Go left on the roundabout and take the first exit.
I'll tell you one trick that I'm using for this, and another roundabout, okay?
And take the second exit.
Ooh, bumpy, bumpy. One trick that I'm actually doing right now is I'm keeping my speed low so I can think in advance. The faster I drive, the faster I have to think. That's a really good tip for your driving test. If you're under pressure or you're stressed and you're finding that everything's happening really fast, then what you need to do is slow the car down. Slow your car down, then you get more time to think between each junction. You get more time to think between each mirror check or each anything that you're doing in driving. If I'm starting to feel overwhelmed, I'm just going to slow my car down by 3, 4, 5 miles an hour, and it will just relieve some of that pressure so fast, and you'll be able to concentrate more. It works, trust me. Looks like I'm in a bit of Chertsey traffic. Chertsey, 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 Chertsey. It's a really weird name. We had this in Hornchurch, we've had it in Catford. If anyone knows why Chertsey's called Chertsey, I'd love to hear it. Chertsey, sounds like curtsy. It's a really weird name for a place, and I can't think what Chertsey could be.
After 70 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the second exit, then take the third right.
What could Chertsey mean? Where could Chertsey, the name, have come from? Okay, we're not in traffic, it's just some temporary traffic lights. Skip, and we'll come back on the green light. Lights gone green, I'm checking my left and right mirror. That's essential. It's really important to check both mirrors before you set off. You don't know what's happening. You've been chilling out of the red light for a second. Ooh, interesting situation. What's going on here? Seems to be a confusion at the mini roundabouts. We're gonna skip this mini roundabout because there's cones on the other side of it. Just common sense, really. Planning ahead, I'm seeing that I'm moving across to the left. I'm gonna check that mirror in advance. How much do I talk about mirrors, guys? Come on, how much do I talk about mirrors? It's the most important safety feature that you've got in your car, right? Some people say airbags are probably the most important safety feature that modern cars have.
After 200 yards, turn right, then turn left.
I would disagree. Mirrors are more important because airbags are going to save you after you've had an accident, but the mirrors are going to save you
then turn left.
from even having the accident in the first place. I'm feeling Chertsey's vibe at this point is chill. The whole town has a really relaxed thing about it. Like, yeah, there's junctions and roundabouts, but is there anything actually tricky here? Meeting situations in Chertsey? This is something that you're going to want to practice if your driving test is here for sure. Meeting situations are a tricky one because it confuses so many new...
100 yards, turn left, then turn right.
They confuse so many new drivers so much. It's actually something that's really difficult to get to grips with.
Then turn right.
And proper drivers don't understand this. Why are meeting situations so difficult? They're really difficult because when you're driving and you're new, you're driving reactively. Something happens and you react to it. But proper drivers, experienced drivers,
After 200 yards, turn right.
plan ahead without even thinking about it. So if you're learning with your mum, dad, friends or family, they're going to have planned for this meeting situation without even thinking about it. But for you, you're driving down the road, a car comes towards you like this, and then it's straight away, ooh, what do I do? And then it takes you so long to work out what to do that by the time you've got the solution, you're now part of the problem. My best advice for meeting situations
Turn right.
is to make the plan before you need the plan. Before you need to do something about the meeting situation, already A, acknowledge that you're on a road that meeting situations could occur on, i.e. it's narrow, not enough room for two cars, and then make a plan of what you would do if a car comes down the road towards you. Because then if it happens, you just have to execute the plan. It's not stressful. Chertsey's really nice. It's really chill. Look at my speed. I'm not even going, like, this road doesn't even feel like you should be going fast on it. I know the speed limit's 30. Chertsey has sensible speed limits. I haven't seen a single speed sign, which means all of it so far has been 30 miles an hour. Beautiful. If you're from London, you'll understand how great that is. Sadiq Khan, 20 miles an hour, everywhere. No. If you've never driven in London, let me paint the picture. Imagine a multi-lane dual carriageway, wide roads and flowing traffic, no parked cars and minimal pedestrian activity. Now slap 20 mile an hour repeater signs all the way down, make it make sense. Anyway, let's get back to Chertsey. This is a huge contrast to Uxbridge, which we visited in the last episode, but if you were thinking this place is a good option for your driving tests, I've just gone to check availability and there's nothing. I don't mean there's no tests until there's no tests available to book at all. Anyway, is it time to slap some scores on the board? Let's talk about Chertsey's facilities. So the facility...
300 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Hold my beer. That roundabout looks massive on the sat-nav. Let's talk about the facilities in a second and we'll deal with this first. So we're taking the second exit on that roundabout towards Weybridge on the sign. I'm using the left lane because it doesn't say left lane only, and if I was taking the first exit, I would use
Cross
that
the roundabout and take the second exit.
second exit. I would use that little cut through, that slip piece there. What is the name of that when you can bypass a roundabout if you're going, I don't know. If you know, let me know. Checking to the right, there's nothing coming. Okay, this roundabout wasn't so complicated. It looked bigger and more complicated than it actually was. But I'm sure if you're taking the third or fourth exit, it might be slightly more tricky. I haven't come across anything very difficult here at all. Half a mile to the next roundabout. Chertsey's got a crap ton of roundabouts. So let's talk about another bath. Let's talk about the facilities of Chertsey. So I'm going to give the facilities a strong 7. It's in an industrial estate, so you get a nice easy start to your driving test. You're not starting off on a main road. The car park is huge as well, so if you get to do a bay park at the beginning of your driving test, you're going to have so much room to get around and do that manoeuvre. Is this road 40? The sat-nav says 40. There's a 40 sign. Okay, waffling, missed that. And if you're coming into your driving test, you're not going to feel intimidated. The waiting room's nice, bright, light and airy. It's got loads of space as well, so you're not huddled up against all the other learners.
100 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the third exit.
And instructors coming for their driving test at the same time. You've got some space to move around and it doesn't feel cramped or like a school hallway where you're waiting for the headmaster,
Go right on the roundabout and take the third exit.
the head teacher to come and give you a big telling off for what you've just done. The toilets, although small, and just like any other Slough or test centre toilet, where was the other one? Uxbridge, exactly the same. But it's clean. That's the difference, 30 miles an hour. The toilets were clean. Had no complaints. It's even got dryers.
After
Beautiful
100
experience.
yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Chertsey's getting a strong 7 for the facilities,
Cross
but
the
oh my
roundabout
God, that's
and
the
take the second exit.
that is the third Abarth, second exit. Damn it! Right, that was difficult, and I was distracted by the Abarth. That's the third Abarth I've seen in Chertsey. What's Chertsey and Abarth's got going on here? Because I need to come here more often. I'm seeing my bros, my brothers here. It's beautiful. I love it. Chertsey could have only got 3 more marks if the toilets were bigger or nicer or something.
After 300 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, then turn right.
If we had Southend style toilets, that's how it would have gone up. And if you haven't seen Southend, damn, watch Southend just for the facilities. It's incredible. That roundabout that I just came off, that was a tricky one. What I would have done if I'd have known or been concentrating and not focused on the Abarth, which is this car, my car's an Abarth. That's why I got overexcited.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, then turn right.
Second exit. Because the first and the second exit on that roundabout were so close together, I'm going on the outside of this one because I'm not turning, whoa, not turning right. Interesting. Be ready for anything on your driving test. What I should have done on the first roundabout was I should have gone around it a lot more slowly and signalled literally the second I passed the first exit. And what I should have done on that one, where the BMW driver was in a bit of a hurry, was exactly what I did. Chertsey is amazing. I can see why it's got such a good pass rate. Imagine this on your driving test. Sorry, if you've come from Uxbridge or Goodmayes, there's now two driving test centres that we're using as an example of the worst examples of test centres. Goodmayes, you're not alone, bro. Uxbridge joined the fight. Goodmayes and Uxbridge, imagine there compared to here. It's just completely different. The vibes are so
After
calming.
200 yards, go left on the roundabout and take the first exit.
The area is really calm, the area is really chill, the area is really quiet. It's got wide roads, it's got open spaces, it's got easy roundabouts.
Go left on the roundabout and take the first exit.
There's a lot of them, but they're easy. They're so easy. I haven't come across anything even mildly taxing. I'm gonna give Chertsey some great scores, but not yet. I want to experience the whole thing. This route around Chertsey is not too taxing, and I tell you what, I've never driven this route before. I've had a slight glimpse of it on the sat-nav, but I've never driven this route. I've stopped designing test routes and I've stopped asking driving instructors where to go because
At the end of the road, turn right.
because it was taking so long to A, find people in the area, and B, then design the route on TomTom around where the instructors have told me tests usually go. So what I've done, I've found a genius hack. There's a website called Driving Test Routes. I spoke to the guy called Joshua. He's absolutely lovely. And I blagged him into giving me free access to all of the driving test routes in England. Joshua, you are an absolute legend. I'm gonna be able to rattle through these so much faster. This is or was a route at Chertsey. It's off Joshua's website, what a guy, and we're driving it now. I'm showing you the actual route that you could get if you buy some of the routes off Joshua's website. And do you know what else I did? I completely blagged him. I was like, this would help my community so much. And now I've said I blagged him, he's gonna take it away, probably. But before he takes it away, I've got you guys a 20% discount on everything on his website. I know, use code DSTV20. I'll put a link in the description so you can bag the test routes that I'm using. Oh, Nissan GTR, are you joking? Chertsey loves cars. I like Chertsey so much. This area is amazing. Use code DSTV20 on driving test routes. I'll put a link in the description. And for every driving test route that you drive or I drive, there's like 6 or 7 more that you can download as well. It'll help you loads if you're learning with your mum, dad, friends or family, or you've got someone else that you can drive with. Boom. Thank you, Joshua. Chertsey's amazing. Let's work on this. Let's give Chertsey the area score because I can't give it a low score. The area is great, so I'm gonna give it a high score. What could Chertsey drop marks on? Okay, Chertsey drops 1 point on the volume of roundabouts and half a point on the potholes at the start of the driving test route. It also maybe drops half a point because there's so many temporary traffic lights
On the roundabout and take the third exit.
and roadworks, but I feel like that's unfair because it probably doesn't have that all the time. I just got unlucky. So I'm gonna give Chertsey an 8.5. Let's go. Chertsey's area score is great. If you drive in Chertsey or you've got your driving test here, you are on to a winner. We also need to give Chertsey a difficulty score. How difficult is it to pass it? And when I say difficulty score, a higher score is great, a lower score is good Maze or Uxbridge. Because what we're looking for is the perfect 10 out of 10 driving test centre. Perfect. On area difficulty, is this 2 lanes? Shut up. Cut that bit. Okay, Chertsey needs to repaint its roads as well, just this bit. But Chertsey's difficulty it's not too difficult. It's got everything, but everything is at a basic level. You won't get tripped up on the speed limits. You won't really get tripped up on the roundabouts.
And take the second exit.
Even though there are lots of them, so there's lots of opportunity to trip up. So I'm gonna give Chertsey a difficulty score of 8. There's lots of opportunity to mess up, but it will be quite difficult to do so. Overall, what are we going to give Chertsey as a driving test centre? I can't see I've given it a 7, an 8 and an 8.5. Chertsey for me is a great driving test centre. If you've got your driving test here, or you can get a driving test here, you're going to have a great drive. Chertsey for me gets a solid 8. Would I come back here? Probably not. There's not a lot going on. But would I do a driving test here? Absolutely. If you've got your driving test here at Chertsey or anywhere else for that matter, then what you're gonna need is my driving test tips playlist. It's got absolutely everything that you need to know about your driving test, everything that you need to do to beat nerves, be more confident, and feel super prepared. Click that next, and if you wanna see everywhere else that I've driven on my driving tests around England exploration, click this playlist on my body and let me know where your favorite driving test centre is. See you in the next one. Peace and goodbye.